What's good, everybody? What's up, man? This is Stephen Qualls II, aka Mr. Qualified. It's your boy, and we're back with surprise, the final episode of Behind the Brand, just for a little bit. Taking a small little break this summer, man, getting some things together, figuring out some next steps. But this is the, if you want to call it, season finale of Behind the Brand. And man, I really just first and foremost want to take the time to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Behind the Brand and tuning in to everything going on with QUALLified and supporting. I really do appreciate it. I really can't put into words what it means to really have people truly supporting the brand and myself and all the endeavors that come with that and all the people who are a part of QUALLified as well. It really means a lot. I've said it in multiple videos before, so I won't go too far in depth, but man, QUALLified is literally it's my baby, man. It's something that I don't even think I realized what it meant to me until kind of these past about 9-10 months, in terms of really formulating what I wanted it to look like in its entirety. I think beforehand, like starting QUALLified in high school, it was just like, yeah, it's just it's this cool play on my name that is about sports. And for so long it was so heavily sports oriented that I kind of had this very small vision for it. And it wasn't until I personally realized where I had so many more passions that played a role into who I am and what QUALLified can be, that I don't know. It made me think bigger. It made me want more. It made me want to be more, ambitious about what it is that I'm doing and the message I want to get across and the people, I want to reach. I realized that I can relate to and I can speak the language of more than just athletes, and I have more passions than just sports, so I should tap into those. So that's the reason for the interlude. That's the reason for the rebranding and rebuilding of The Right Quality. That's the reason for the rebranding and rebuilding of QUALLified TV, which have all been amazing to do, and I've had amazing experiences just kind of seeing what I can make those things, in the last year. So again, just with all that being said, I really want to thank you all for the ongoing support, and I really can't wait to show you all, what's next as, it pertains to QUALLified and everything that falls under it. But more importantly, for this Behind the Brand, I really kind of want to focus on my journey, for the past 2 years. So for you all that don't know or did not see, I was blessed enough to graduate this past Saturday with my master's degree. I won't go into the full degree. It's a very, very long name, but just know that it's a focus in psychology, and it deals with working with sports, and it works with positive coaching as well. So my coursework really just kind of focused around learning how to work with people and how to best motivate people and get the best out of people. And it's been great because I feel like, in all honesty, that's what I've been doing with QUALLified, in all my interviews and even in my podcast. I feel like I'm still doing it. I'm still, having challenging conversations. I'm still having conversations that, get these stories out and push people to really kind of figure out what's the best way they can go about, the goals, they're trying to attain, or how they've done so up to this point. But more so personally, the last 2 years, man, have been a whirlwind, of growth, maturity, and emotion for me. I think back to graduating in undergrad in the fall of 2018, and kind of having this moment where I feel like I kind of had the most fun in my life as I was graduating college. And then I graduated and I immediately felt lost. Not sure about purpose, not sure about what to do, and not sure what anything looked like moving forward. And I knew I wanted to go back to school, but I had no idea what that, even looked like. And I knew I wanted to, get QUALLified back to a space where I was operating consistently, but again, didn't know how to do that. And, I guess things just slowly but surely started to form in that first year in school. So 2019 to 2020 pre-pandemic for me was really, really eye-opening. There was a lot that I had to push myself to do. I think the most important thing was I thought and I assumed that I was at a particular place of maturity and a particular place of um, security even in myself that a few situations in my life proved to show me I was wrong, and that I still had a lot of growing up to do, and I had a lot of challenges to myself, that I needed to face and that I needed to face head on at that. And so once those things happened, and it's funny how it kind of all correlated and aligned with the pandemic, but once those things happened, things really started to fall into place. Once I was able to kind of take a step back and really take time to figure out, okay, who are you right now? Who do you want to be in the next 3 to 5 years? What do you want to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you want to be? Not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. How do you want to grow? And once I started answering all of those questions, things just started coming into play. I started, getting a more clear vision, and my creativity seemed to start to flow as it pertained to qualified. I started to see a sense of maturity and growth, in myself personally, and more specifically mentally and emotionally, that I would come to notice that was not there at all, prior to this kind of rebirth, if you will. That seems like a very strong word, but that's kind of, how it felt, because I just felt this new sense of purpose. I felt this new sense of vision, and just knowing for the first time in a while what I want to do, and for the first time almost ever having a extremely clear vision of what that could look like, what I wanted it to look like, and more importantly, the work that needs to be done for me to make that happen. And so that just all comes full circle now with being able to complete my master's while, being in this time frame of really just getting a whole brand off the ground. And I mean, to be completely honest, I don't think I've ever looked at it or saw it in that perspective, but that's essentially what I did. And it's funny, I would say about a year ago to this month, it was about May, it was before we started season 2 of the interlude. I told myself that I had a year. I repeatedly told myself, you have 1 year to really give all your energy to this, to resort all the resources you have to figuring out what can you make this, get an idea of what this can look like moving forward, if you want this to be something that can be some form of sustainable joy, and potentially income, and see what you want to do with it. And it's been an amazing year. There's been a lot of hardships. There's been a lot of tough lessons, a lot of hard conversations with myself, but the growth that I've experienced from building a brand, working with a team to build a brand, trying to build an audience, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I really can't put into too many words what that's done for me, and how I feel like it's helped me more, now in this last year than having the idea has in the last, 5 or 6. So with all that being said, again, like, it's just a small break. We will most definitely be back with more Behind the Brands. I love being able to talk with you all and getting personal and getting vulnerable. I really view it as therapy for me. So I definitely appreciate y'all that tune in every week. And man, if I just had, one last message as we kind of all go into this transitional period with a lot of people, graduating and, starting new jobs and things of that nature. Just don't stop. Don't stop, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how confusing it may be some days, no matter how many days there are where you're like, I'm not sure if I can do this. Just please, please, please keep going. Don't do yourself a disservice by stopping and by quitting and by selling yourself short, by trying to convince yourself that, I don't know, that you shouldn't, or that there's a reason that you can't. You can, you should, and I'm convinced that you will. So until we're back, until next time, I love y'all. I feel like everybody that supports me and everybody that is a fan of the brand or a fan of myself is qualified. And I've already told y'all how y'all can define that, so I just hope y'all take that are able to do something with it, and man, just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process and enjoy the grind. So until next time, until I'm back in front of the camera like this for y'all again, hope y'all have, an amazing summer, and hope y'all just stay blessed and highly favored. And I guess I'll just see y'all next time. Peace.